Hey, morning everybody. Yeah, it's Friday, September 16th, 2022. I have to be getting myself ready for work in about, I would say 40 minutes, if you will. I usually get ready depending on the situation, I usually get ready between 8:10 and 8:15, or 8:10 and 8:20. It doesn't take me that long to get ready, just jump in the shower and clean up, and then get out, get my uniform on, and get whatever else I need done, and then head out, if you know what I mean. But the advantage about having a bus that I could take at 9:15, or even a bus I could take at 11 or even 12 something, is I get to have the place to myself for at least a couple of hours when my mom goes to work. So, with that said, I thought I'd come on here and show you guys my animated Yogi Bear movie collection. Now, I'm not going to do a closer look deal like Zara Nicerak does at times. Well, if I do anything, what I'll probably do is scan these and then put them on the thing, and then you guys can see them for yourself after they get rendered. The catch on that is you may not see this video, though, till later on tonight, because if I do decide to put those images up, I'm probably going to try to at least do it in 4K. I'm going to try to render it in 4K. And as of right now, 4K is just a little bit more difficult to, well, not totally difficult to do, but more of a pain to do with the software. Now, I could, up convert it with online dash converter, but I'd rather go the way I'm thinking of going. But be that as it may, if I go 4K, again, like I said, you probably won't see this till later, but there will be more content in between there. Now, with that said, Frank Hill, he, throughout the years, even when I lived in Patterson, he and some other people like Ignacio Hernandez and a few others would send me, and send people like Zara Nicerak, Patrick Butler, David Bunch of Numbers, Skip Knot, or I think there was a Skip Knot or something. He would send us packages to open, and primarily the ones, besides Patrick Butler, who would do it on occasions, myself and Zara Nicerak would always be almost immediately jumping on board to do the videos. Now, Sean McLean, Zara Nicerak, he would do the package openings, but he would have to edit it a little bit because he'd have to put in an intro and everything and stuff like that, and that's fine. That's just how he does his multimedia chronicle stuff. People like myself and others like Patrick, we just go right straight to the package opening and go from there. So, yeah, Frank has sent me and, like I said, others a bunch of stuff throughout the years. And sometimes it's stuff we could get on our own, but, sometimes financially we can't totally get them because of the fact that, we have bills to pay, or we're too busy working, and, we just, not in the mood to do it. So what does Frank do? He says, hey, just let me know what you have and don't have, and, when we tell him what we have and what we don't have, he'll send us what we don't have. He'll even ask, do you have this? Do you have that? And if we tell him yes, he won't have to worry about that, but then he'll ask, do you have this? And we'll say no, and he'll be like, okay, I'll take care of that, and that's what he does. And here, he decided to do that for me. He's also done it for Sean and Patrick, I believe, as well, and others. He decided to send me a bunch of the animated Yogi Bear films. And most of these are part of the, or at least most of them were part of the Hanna-Barbera Superstars 10 series, which was a syndicated 2-hour block of just one movie. Sometimes it was a 4-hour block of 2 movies, but mostly one movie, aired in syndication on the weekends. Either it was Saturdays or Sundays, and sometimes it would be either on it would be either aired on a Saturday afternoon or morning, or Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. But mostly, from what I remember, because they did this up until the mid-90s, it would be like a Saturday afternoon. So anyway, one of the movies he did send me, I've been a huge fan of. I recorded it when I could, when it came onto Disney Channel, despite my dad saying, no, you don't need to do that and everything. But, I finally eventually did do it. I think he was working that day and it came on during the afternoon. And I think it was the summer. I had the summer break out of high school. So I finally did it. And then later on, when I moved to Lawrence and moved into my own apartment, I went online and I saw that there was the VHS tape. And if I have a picture of it, I'll show you right here. I have it stored away, but the VHS tape, it'll pop up probably on the video here. I have the VHS tape, the official one, at least one of the official re-releases. And then later on, of course, having access to DVD Fab, that software at one point, I was able to, DVD Fab burn the official release onto a disc and put it onto, and then put it into one of the blank cases that I bought, and then print out the DVD cover and everything. So I kind of, sort of, semi-officially had the movie, but not officially until Frank Hill started sending me stuff, and one of the things he sent me was, of course, hey there, it's Yogi Bear. So yeah, Frank Hill sent me Hey There, It's Yogi Bear, on DVD, which was pretty cool. So he sent me that, and this is actually Hanna-Barbera's first official venture into feature films theatrically. I mean, they had worked on a lot of the Tom and Jerry, MGM shorts and everything. There was theatrical little featurettes. This was the first full-length featurette that they ever, not featurette, but full-length feature they had ever worked on for the studio. And Yogi was not the original first characters. Rough and Ready were the first characters, and Huckleberry Hound was meant, where Yogi Bear originated from, Huckleberry Hound was meant to be their mascot, but Yogi Bear just blew that all away, and they're like, okay, we're going to go with Yogi Bear instead of Huckleberry Hound. And, that's what they did. So, it would be a while, though, before they would do anything. It would be a while. Now, I don't know if they released it on DVD or not. If they did, I don't have it in official capacity. I have it somewhere, but I can't think where it's at. It's on a VCD, I think. But you could also, I think, find it on the Boomerang streaming service, as well as you could find it on YouTube, I think, if you get lucky. But that was the Yogi's Ark Lark, which was basically what's the one? It was basically part of the ABC Superstar 10 movies, which was again a Saturday morning block on ABC, which spanned for about an hour or so, featuring these special presentations based on established characters like Yogi Bear, Popeye, and all that, but would also feature animated presentations of characters like Gidget and the Nutty Professor or something like that, or the Munsters, but the kids of the Munsters, called the Little Munsters and stuff. I think it's even where the Daffy Duck meets the Groovy Ghoulies crossover special originated from as well. But Yogi's Ark Log was part of that. And again, I don't know, I have it somewhere, but I can't think of it where it's at right now. But after that, it would be a while. I mean, because Yogi would be in other shows. He'd be in Laugh Olympics, he'd be in Space Chase, all that. But it wouldn't be until 1980, that's right, 42 years ago, where Hanna-Barbera would again call upon Yogi to be part of a first for them, as far as I know at that time. And in December of 1980, in time for Christmas, in syndication, in prime time, I don't think it was ever released network-wise, but mostly in syndication at prime time, they released Yogis First Christmas. Now, here's what's interesting about this cover. This is not the official cover. The official cover is right here. I'll bring it up on the screen. And I do have a DVD copy of this. I think I recorded one of my VHS recordings onto DVD. So I have it like that. Or it's yeah, it is like that. It is like that. I have it like that somewhere. I think, or what I did, basically, I can't remember. I think I'd sent a VHS copy to a friend who VCD'd it or something. I can't remember. But I have this cover on one of the blank DVD cases. This is the official poster, promotional poster, as well as the official VHS cover of the disc. And this is also the official cover to use on Boomerang when you look it up there as well. You look it up there as well. And basically, it shows you who's all in there. Now, most of the characters that are here are in there, except for this little girl. The little girl is actually in the Yogi Bear follow-up Christmas special called Christmas Caper. She's in that one. I think I have that somewhere as well, thanks to Frank Hill. But yeah, she is not in this one. She is not in this one. She's in the follow-up. But the character that should be on that cover, which, she's on the official version, is right there. I think you could see, like right there, kissing him under the mistletoe, is Cindy. Now, what's interesting about Cindy's design is it's identical almost to a T, except she's wearing a sweater, she's got her dress on, and then, of course, she's wearing a waitress's outfit later because she gets hired on. But she has a little bit of white in her hair, and she's voiced by Janet Waldo. She's not voiced by Julie Bennett. Julie would reprise that role later on, but she's not voiced by her here because I think she had other commitments or something. So yeah, they basically, again, like I said, called upon Yogi to, be basically in another first for them, which was the first made-for-television film, Yogi's First Christmas, which I thought was really cool to see. And again, it was another one of those specials I wanted to record. My dad was like, "No, you're not going to do that." But finally, I did. I don't know if it's after I moved out or something, but I did finally record it. And I thought it was good. It clocks in, basically, I think it clocks in at about, did it say 90 minutes? I can't really see. Yeah, it clocks in at about 96 minutes. It's a long film. It's longer than Hey There. And Hey There is kind of long too, but not too long. And that's one thing I will say about Hanna-Barbera is that when they would do animated films based on the properties or fairy tales or whatever, their interpretations, is they would always make sure to showcase them at a length that was just a bit longer than what Disney would do, Disney or Warner Brothers would do. So yeah, they released this in December of 1980. I was 1 year old when it came out. But basically the plot here is Yogi gets woken up by his friends and Ranger Smith, and he stays up because he knows about Christmas, but he's always sleeping through it. So he makes it his mission to stay up. This causes Boo Boo to stay up with him. This causes Ranger Smith to have to tolerate this because the hotel owner is like, "Hey, I like this guy, let's give him these opportunities to work and everything." And it just goes from there, and it gets to a point where, Yogi gets into a position where he has to lead a chorus, so that gives Boo Boo the idea of, okay, I'm going to go get Cindy, because Yogi tries to use his female, appassado voice, like his little, kind of voice like that, because the male voices are drowning out the owner's voice. So, when she says we need more girl voices, that's what gives Boo Boo the idea to go get Cindy. Cindy at first is not for it until she hears about Yogi, and she's like, "Hey, out the door, like, here I go." It's like, bam, 3, 2, 1, rocket take off, boom. And she kind of makes it her goal to get Yogi under the mistletoe and kiss him, which she eventually does, as well as hopefully get a kiss from him, which she eventually does. But yeah, this is like like I said, the first time that they ever did a made-for-television feature film, as far as I know, and they called upon Yogi once again to, be part of that. Then to follow that up, I'm not really sure which one came out in order or anything, but these were all three of these were part of the Hanna-Barbera Superstar 10s film. I can't remember which one came out first, but if I was to venture a guess, the first of the three Yogi films on the Superstar 10s film was, of course, Yogi's Great Escape. And what's interesting about this is Yogi and Boo Boo, they don't have any intentions, like in the early cartoons, or at least Yogi, that is, to want to get out of Jellystone. But when they get saddled with some cubs at the doorstep, they're determined to get them home. They're determined to get them where they came from, or get them back where they came from. So they leave Jellystone, and they encounter a lot of people. They encounter a lot of people or characters. They, of course, encounter characters like Quick Draw McGraw. They encounter characters like Snagglepuss. I think Huckleberry's in there. They encounter Wally Gator, and such. Basically, this is the kind of film where, again, you expect, the, usual casual group of, the usual casual group of characters associated with Yogi, like what you see in First Christmas. But you also get, like I say, other characters, like you get Wally Gator, you get Quick Draw McGraw, if you will. That as a part of it, and it's like, oh, cool, you get these characters involved, which, it's kind of fun to see. But then you also have them facing evil doppelgangers from the West, where they meet Quick Draw. So, yeah, it's a really fun one. It's a cute little film, cute little start off to their appearance in Superstar 10. And then the next one after that is another group one. This is called Yogi Bear and the Magical Flight of the Spruce Goose. This actually shows the return of Dick Dastardly and Muttley from Wacky Races, not Dread Baron. But Dick Dastardly and Muttley. Oh, is it? No, actually it is Dread Baron. I get confused. No, it is Dread Baron. It is the second to last. It's the second and I think even last appearance of Dread Baron. So, they bring him in. He becomes some of the villain midway through the film. But basically, this involves Yogi. I guess it's one of those rare occasions where the continuity allows Yogi to have like a part-time job or something. So Yogi ends up having this tour guide service where he takes his friends on a tour of the magical Spruce Moose, if you will, or Spruce Goose as it's called. And it basically comes to life and takes them on a journey across the world to, prevent disasters, save animals, and stuff like that. So it's actually a very fun film. And again, like I said, it is if I'm correct, it is the second Yogi Bear film on the Hanna-Barbera's, or as part of the Hanna-Barbera's Superstar 10 film. That's what it is. Let me get some coffee here. That's what it is. And then last but not least, to wrap it up, and I'm glad they wrapped it up this way, we have Yogi in the Invasion of the Space Bears. This one is actually based on the new Yogi Bear show because essentially around this time in 1988, Hanna-Barbera decided that with the revival of the Jetsons, which they were continuing from the 60s, so basically you want to talk about long-term waiting when it comes to getting a new season to a show. The Jetsons were revived in 1988, and Hanna-Barbera was, I guess was on a momentous roll at the time, and they decided, okay, we're going to revive the Jetsons. What other properties can we revive along with our new properties that we're going to be bringing in? And I guess somebody suggested, why not Yogi Bear? Because I think Yogi Bear was at a popular high at that time still. So they decided, okay, let's do Yogi Bear. And they decided to base it off of this. Now I don't know. Now here's the thing, though. That's my assumption that's why we got the new Yogi Bear show. They based it off this. So that's my assumption. They based it off it. But they also could have put the new Yogi Bear show in there after this came out because of how well received it was. But yeah, this is actually the only Yogi Bear Superstar 10 film to be focused, strictly in Jellystone and in another location, in two locations actually, three locations. Those locations being space. Those locations, the cooler just went on. I do apologize. Those locations being in space, on a alien planet where Boo Boo meets a love interest in Snulu, an alien bear, and on Earth at Jellystone. And the reason this is the last one, and I'm glad they wrapped it up with this, is because it's also the first time we see Cindy in this. That's right, Cindy Bear, for the first time since not these two films here, but for the first time since Treasure Hunt, because she does appear in Treasure Hunt. Cindy Bear is part of the story. She's an integral part of the story and everything. And again, you can kind of tell that it's a little bit more different than these because of its setting. Because it's more. Because again, it feels like it's based more in the world of the new series, of the new Yogi Bear series, Yogi Bear show of the past and all that. You can kind of tell it's got that feel to it, just for the fact that, like I said, it has only 3 locations that are featured: space, the alien planet where Boo Boo meets Snulu, and Jellystone Park on Earth, which I think is really great. It does show that there is a bit of continuity between this and Hey There. There is a bit of continuity there because of the fact that Yogi is not so, I guess you could say, unreceptive, of Cindy's advances, or Cindy kissing and flirting with him. He actually enjoys it. I mean, there are sometimes he'll be like, yuck, why'd you kiss me for? It's like, there are sometimes that'll catch him off guard, but most of the time he doesn't mind it. He says it himself in this film. He says it makes him feel like a kid again, somewhat. So I'm glad they're kind of following through on keeping that kind of a lore, that kind of bit of continuity. But yeah, this is a good film for them to end off on. End off on. When it comes to the Yogi Bear movies in the Hanna-Barbera Superstar 10 series. Now, just in case anybody is wondering, Frank Hill did send me the two feature film double feature on Blu-ray of Yogi Bear and Rango. I'm not going to get it out right now because I have to move a bunch of stuff out of the way, but I do have that as well. So I do have the live action film, but I wanted to primarily focus on the animated Yogi Bear films that I have. And again, I got to give a shout out to Frank Hill for sending these my way when he did. But really, guys, that's all I have to say. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Comment if you like. Which of these do you think is the best? Out of them, which ones were your favorite out of the 3 Superstar 10 films of Yogi Bear? Let me know which one of them were your favorites. When did you get to see these 2 movies, the first 2 feature-length films of Yogi? When they go on television? Let me know down below and in the comment section below. Like I said, let me know down below and in the live chat during these premiere. Super chats, super stickers will be open as we speak. Super thanks afterwards. And really, guys, that's all I have to say. Also, check me out at Venmo at Brian-Romer-2 and at Cash App at BWRoses98. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from each and every one of you on that. And until next time, I'm out.